Hey nerds, welcome back to Nerd News. I'm gonna stay down now. And this past November 2nd, I visited Rhode Island Comic Con to see all the celebrities, collectibles, cosplays, and stores it had to offer. So these are some of the pictures I saw and some of the videos I took. So I hope you guys do enjoy. For the first part of this video, I'll be reading the quotes I've got from the great Tim Curry. When asked what he thought about the It remake, the movie, he responded, "You never really saw him in a real way," referring to It the Clown. "I didn't like it very much," he continued. "And I never really thought of it that way." This is me. That was an end quote. "I never really thought of it that way, and it gives me a new appreciation for the old It movie that Tim Curry was at, who played Pennywise. So you never really saw Pennywise in a real way. That kind of makes sense if you really think about the new remake and think about the old TV movie. That's kind of a real difference that I actually like." Another question was, what was your favorite part of making Clue? Tim responded by saying, quote, "The great comedians that were in it. It's a true comedy," end quote. Yeah, I mean, Clue is one of my favorite movies with Tim Curry. My favorite movie of, not favorite movie of all time. I didn't mean to say that, but one of my favorite comedy of all time. It's so hilarious, and I love mysteries. And if you've ever seen Clue, you know what I'm talking about. It's a blast, and he's amazing in it. Another thing was the whole Mrs. White thing in Clue when she said flames, flames was all improvised, he said. So that's another thing that I didn't know, and I'm glad I know now. That was a funny scene. So Tim's favorite part of Clue was they're the great comedians, and I have to say that's one of the best parts of why I like it. It's so funny and so interesting. So yeah, this was my thing with Tim Curry. This is a picture I took. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that part of this video. I also took some notes at the Iron Fist panel I was at. When Jessica Henwick and Finn Jones were asked what characters would you switch over to if you were given the opportunity, Jessica Henwick, who plays Colleen Wing on the show, said, "I don't know who else I'd play. There's not that many Asian characters. Maybe Silk," end quote. Which is true. There aren't that many Asian characters in Marvel today, but Silk is a notable choice. She also did earlier in that interview, earlier in that panel, saying like it was hard for her to find a character that she could be because there weren't that many Asian characters. Colleen Wayne was one of them, but she was trying to get into Marvel in any way, but that was the only way she could. Finn Jones, who plays Iron Fist, Danny Rand, says jokingly after Howard the Duck. Both of these answers probably won't ever happen, but I did think this was interesting enough to talk about. The Howard the Duck thing, that's just a joke, I think. Probably, yeah. The Silk thing, maybe. I think she would honestly be a good part, and it's not because she's just Asian. It's because she's a good actress in the show. For the rest of the video, I'll show you guys some of the pictures and video I took during the Comic-Con, so I hope you guys enjoyed this part of the video.
So Gary Busey's been on the show a bunch of times, right? Yeah. So he pranked me. He got me. He texted me. He goes, "I'm gonna be in town. Do you want to have dinner?" I was like, "Sure." So I meet up with him and his wife and Casey from the show. We go out for dinner and we go to like a steakhouse in Manhattan, right? And Busey, unbeknownst to me, had his book publisher call me on behalf of the steakhouse and leave this long-winded message on my voicemail. I didn't answer the phone, it goes to voicemail, and I picked my voicemail. Oh, Matt, still have it. He goes, "Mr. Murray, this is the manager from Sparks. Just to let you know, if you, we need you to pre-order all your food."
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and all of this little segments I had in it. And remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. This is Nerd News. Sign off.